Neither the old Paisley nor the IRA at any stage could tolerate dissent. Fast forward to spring 2009, and the political offspring of the two of them haven't ditched the old instincts. But when Ian Paisley Sr. roared, it was a display of bullying. When Peter Robinson snarls because a reporter suggests the executive's budget is out of date, it just sounds silly and pointless, so close to Alistair Darling standing up in Westminster to slash and burn. The Stormont ministers have had time to think about the budget. The Chancellor's cuts were always going to be painful here too. Promises made before this recession are promises from a different climate. The weather has changed. The DUP's Nigel Dodds must know that as Finance Minister he has to take what Darling dishes out. It would be dopey to deny that, and Dodds is no dope. One global change denier as a minister is enough. Curiously enough, the First Minister on Monday in the Assembly seemed to suggest that he himself thinks differently to Sammy Wilson, the man he made Environment Minister. These are tough times. Pressure can make most people lose their grip. When Martin McGuinness signs a letter with Robinson to the Belfast Telegraph's owner, it's plain daft. The IRA killed dissenters, but McGuinness helped roll up the IRA. Trying to get a newspaper's editor and reporters in trouble with the boss might appeal to control freaks, but complaining that the paper has been negative about economic prospects and executive behaviour only sounds like making excuses. And it all went off track in the first place when one of the 400-strong staffers for the First and Deputy First Ministers sent the letter to the wrong address. Today's McGuinness, a man with late-polished diplomatic skill, knows better anyhow. It turns some stomachs that he's good at the schmoozing. Those scary pale blue eyes learn to twinkle. His DUP counterpart still finds it easier to sneer than smile. Sinn Féin today knows it should run a mile from censorship. Flexing old muscles reminds people of bad days and of ways that modern Republicans have abandoned. It reminds too many of mid-Troubles discussions about the moment to emigrate, the minute you couldn't stick the place a second longer. Freethinkers shivered about thought control regimes up ahead. Imagining Ian Paisley in charge did it for some. Imagining Republicans in control did it for others. Turning on the media might relieve the strain briefly for an administration with some pretensions, little power, and now less cash. They should think back to Tony Blair's heyday, when he managed that smile for journalists who'd had a go at him. Being pleasant to critics kept them at bay, until he went to war on a false prospectus. Honesty works best in politics, and self-awareness.